Welcome to Labelexpo Brussels 2017. I'm here with David Webster, who is the head of the label makers. Thank you very much for coming by and spending some time talking to us.
No problem.
Can you just tell me a little bit about your company and its history?
Right, we're a family-owned business. We've been going since 1962, and it's 50-odd years old. We started the traditional printing methods, and about 5 years ago we moved into digital, and 2.5 years ago we bought the first Tau 330 wide press, which was the 7-colour one.
Right, and also obviously from the point of view of your substrates and the setup wastage of substrate.
Well, the great joy of the Tau is that we can use any substrate out of the warehouse without any pre-coating, without anything at all. We're able just to use the standard materials, and we're obviously buying the inks like we would do if we were on a flexo press, and we're converting in a much smaller amount of waste. This machine will go backwards as well as forwards during setup,
right.
And so we're actually setting up with a minimal amount of waste.
Fantastic.
And the thing is, our customers really love the effects of the Inkjet.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, because it has a slightly raised, crisper look, rather like silkscreen.
All right.
And so, for the toiletries and cosmetics market, it's so much cheaper than having actual screen printed on the actual label.
Right.
So we've convinced our customers and we've shown them the actual effect that the Tau can do, and they bought into that, and now they're actually asking us to actually do the production on the Tau rather than the flexo.
Wow.
So when Durst came to us and said, would you like to be the beta site for the new machine, it was absolutely, we had to say yes, because our job lengths used to be 10, 20, 30,000 labels, and now because of the effect of the labels and the way that their market's grown, we're now running 200,000 or 300,000 labels. We can be running 15 to 20,000 linear meters in any production run.
Right.
So when they brought this new one out that runs at 78 meters a minute and has the extra green colour to help us hit the colour gamut that we require from our customers, we were just blown away by this, and we had to sign the contract straight away. Wasn't quite as easy as that, but yes.
And from the point of view, I mean, your digital work now, what sort of percentage of your overall turnover is digital representing?
I would think it would be about 30% of our business, but when we get this new machine,
yes,
which is being installed in a few weeks' time, we're going to bring a lot of the flexo jobs across onto this machine because of the speed of running.
Yeah.
And so I expect it to go up much further.
Okay. And what would you say if somebody doesn't have any Inkjet, any digital at all, and are sort of hesitating at the moment to get involved in this because they're maybe a bit scared of the whole process?
Well, if they're outside the UK, go and buy a Tau straight away. If they're inside the UK, then just hold back a little bit because we don't want too much competition.
Okay. Thank you very much, David.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Bob, you've come a long way to be with us at the Durst stand at Labelexpo in Brussels. Where are you from?
Rochester, New York, Mike.
Okay.
Arrived Monday into Brussels.
Right, and you're a label printer. I mean, can you tell me a little bit about your business?
We are indeed a label printer. A great deal of our business is for durable goods labeling. We have a number of flexo presses, a number of screen print presses, and digital devices. The newest of our digital devices is a Durst Tau 330 with laser finishing on the back end.
Yeah, that's very interesting because first of all you were into the digital toner aspect, and then what was the motivation for you to decide to bring in Inkjet into everything which you do, because you have lots of printing capabilities?
Mike, it was a variety of things. We needed a bridge between screen printing and flexo printing, and when we first saw the Tau, we thought, here's our bridge. So we've transferred a variety of our work from screen printing to the Tau, so we needed durability. We needed a high pigmentation or high density of ink, I'm not sure of the terminology. We needed a very opaque white. We needed speed.
Right.
Speed on the press and speed through our processes. And the combination of the UV inkjet press, and the laser helps with that speed through the process.
Yes, because you're quite unusual in the respect that you've gone for an inline laser solution, so you're fully digital. How is that? How does that affect your business, and how's it worked out for you?
Well, Mike, a few things have happened. When we purchased the press, our thinking was we would begin to transition the screen printing to the new press. What really happened when we bought the new press, the Tau, and new business found us. So we began to do work on clear polypropylene using the opaque white that we never did before. We found applications at a size much larger than anything we were able to print before. For instance, 36-inch long labels on rolls of 1,000. We had no way to do that. So we found all manner of new business, and the speed through the digital press coupled with the savings in no films, no plates, and in some instances no dies anymore. It sets us apart. It's a competitive edge in our industry, and the only caveat that I would say is need to carefully consider finishing. You have a press that's a workhorse that we can put 40 to 50 jobs through a day, but you have to take into consideration the finishing.
Right, yes. And as far as the near future, the next 1 to 2 years, I mean, how do you see the business progressing?
Mike, we can see an addition of another UV inkjet press. Perhaps the brand new, incredibly high-speed Tau RSC.
RSC, yeah.
And I also think we need to carefully consider removal of some flexo presses from the operation. We removed one when we installed the first Tau, but it might be a situation where we go from 5 flexo presses down to 2.
Wow.
With an additional UV inkjet press.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And for people who haven't jumped into the bandwagon of digital or inkjet digital, I mean.
Well, certainly if you're not in digital yet, you're at a disadvantage. If you're not into UV inkjet yet, you're probably being stuck with charges that maybe you shouldn't be, and the speed, the consistency, the repeatability on the UV inkjet press is second to none. I really think if you don't invest in UV, digital, and inkjet printing, you're going to find yourself at a competitive disadvantage.
Thanks very much. Appreciate you coming around.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks. Rita, good afternoon.
Hi, Mike.
So nice that you made it on our stand here at Labelexpo Brussels 2017. For you, it's not so far away because I know that you're only just an hour's drive away. Can you tell me a little bit about Innovastor International, please?
Well, Innovastor International is a company we sell mainly labels for the B2B markets. And well, we print as well in flexo as in digital.
And a few years ago, you made the big plunge, the big step to bring in digital, to bring in inkjet. What was your motivation for moving into digital at that time?
At that time, we were printing in flexo, UV flexo and UV lithographic printing. We still did, and up till then, we didn't invest in digital technology because mainly because there was no digital technology that convinced me enough to invest in it.
And then you decided in the end to come in with taking in a Durst machine. How was that for you? I mean, because with just a small structure, I mean, was it difficult to integrate inkjet into your production process?
The integration was very easy. It was the process before that to take
Right.
the decision to go into a technology at that time, which was very, very immature.
Early stages.
Yeah.
So you found certain market niches, you've been able to sell into them, you have certain expertise now. So how would you see the future over the next few years?
We will move more and more into digital. But that's a personal decision, but we will be focusing on digital.
And for people, I mean, because there will be obviously printers of your size, so with 6, 10, 12, 14 people working, they don't have any real experience in digital. I mean, what would you say to them at the moment? How would you, can they comfortably, should they make the step to go into digital inkjet?
Well, if they're located close to me, I should say no way.
Heard that before.
But it's one of the easiest technologies that to use, actually.
Great. Thank you very much for talking to us, and please enjoy the show.
I will.